Today, we will be unboxing something from a company that is making waves. Yes, it's December, straight out of Argentina, founded by Joaquim and Mauro, two fingerboarders who have been around forever and have been positively impacting the fingerboard scene the entire time. I received a DM from Joaquim asking if they could send a deck over for me to try out. This was just before Christmas. I said, sure, happy to. And on top of that, I also bought one of the decks on launch as well. But before I go further, the guys from December want to give you all a 10% discount on your next December order. You can use the code CDPLAY0 or click on the link in the description. This is awfully generous of them, and I'm so excited that you guys are getting some value here. Shout out to Joaquim and Mauro for doing this. Full disclosure, I've had the pleasure of meeting both Joaquim and Mauro. I lived in Schwarzenbach and Salle for a short period of time, and Joaquim was living there as well and working for Blackriver during the same period of time. He's one of the most stylish fingerboarders in the world. He's also one of the kindest. We spent many days and nights together hanging out, sometimes fingerboarding, sometimes not. He's a very thoughtful individual, whether it's around his philosophy on fingerboarding or his philosophy on the perfect fingerboarding product. He really thinks things through. And Mauro, I've known since the FB Weekly days. Mauro founded Echo Fingerboards and has been making fingerboards for over a decade. I was fortunate to meet him at a rendezvous, but it was fantastic to finally meet him after talking with him online for so long. He gave me 2 Echo decks back then as a gift, and I was really appreciative of that. He's also a passionate fingerboard fan and made the long trek from Argentina over to Germany to 10 Fast Fingers. Additionally, he's in the process of launching the fingerboard market, which will provide a safe solution to purchasing secondhand used fingerboard gear, as well as fingerboard products from professional companies. What's not to like about that? Well, some of you may have seen Joaquim's video on YouTube about December and the journey it was to develop the perfect deck. It's an amazing watch. I highly recommend you all check out that video and you will see what I mean when Joaquim and Mauro are very thoughtful. I received a shipping confirmation the very next morning. So swift right there, that's great. Now the packages did get stuck in Buenos Aires airport because of customs, obviously. That's completely out of their control, and that happens often in international shipping, so just letting you guys know. When I received them, I was so hyped. The packaging looks great, and the choice to reuse those wood scraps as packaging is an awesome way to recycle. It also provides a nice protection for the deck as well. One thing I noticed is that the December that was made in 2022, which is the one I was gifted, has a shorter nose and tail than the ones that were made in 2023, which is the one I purchased. I'm assuming that this was an intentional update for the new batch, but just wanted to make that clear to you all. But before we shred, guys, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see more unboxing and reviews. If so, are there any products for me that you'd like to check out? Oh yeah, and click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And the notification bell will let you know if I have a new update. There's gonna be a lot of cool videos soon. So after shredding the deck, my initial impressions are that this deck is awesome. Literally land the first handful of tricks that I tried with this thing out of the get-go. This is with the brand new Blackriver trucks, brand new G8 flat face wheels, and brand new FBS tape. If you haven't used new tape, it's usually a little tricky until it wears in, but this was no problemo. I love this deck though, the way it looks, the way it feels. This one has little tiny cartoon people on the bottom that are etched into the ply, and it's a really nice texture when you feel the board. It feels really high quality, the texture of it's nice, and the ply colors are like top notch. Teal is one of my favorite colors, and it matches those flat face G8 wheels. This setup bleeps. Now the question is, Joaquim made the claim that these are the best decks he's ever used. Are December's the best decks that I have ever used? Honestly, I can't say that definitively, but from my initial impressions, I do love using this deck. It's in my rotation permanently. I've been rocking that grip skin as one of my primary setups for a while, and it really reminds me of that shape with a little bit more concave. It definitely is one of the best fingerboard decks I've used out of the get-go, and I really do love using it. So perhaps it is one of the best decks.
Try this.
Now, my little brother, who does not fingerboard much at all,
hello,
used the December for a bit and was consistently locking into those backside 50-50s. I asked him what word he would use to describe the deck after using it, and he said it was snappy.
Dude? Like, you just go back and forth and shit? That's actually wild.
I totally agree with him in there. I also feel like the deck is a bit lighter than other 35.5mm decks that I've used. This could be placebo, and what I'm gonna do is weigh the other deck that I have on a scale and compare it to some other 33.5mm decks that I have to see if this is true. Joaquim and Mauro have made a fantastic deck. It's priced currently at $50 US for the main decks. They have some split plies and special decks that I think are one-offs that cost like $65 US. Both those seem like really good value to me. As I mentioned before, towards the beginning of the video, you can get an additional 10% off by using that code CDPLAY0 or by clicking the link in the description. That will make that deck cost $45 US. And by the way, they also offer free shipping worldwide. So that's a cool feature too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Will you be getting one? Thank you all for watching this video. We have a few more reviews that are in the pipeline that will be dripping out over the next week and a half. First, we will be reviewing Milk Fingerboards. Spoiler alert, these decks are gorgeous. After that, we will review another deck company. This time it's with my friend David, who runs Earl FB, and he lives super close to me, and we've sessioned multiple times together. This deck is also really cool looking, and it's quite a bit different shape from the popsicle shape boards that I've been reviewing recently and also been using recently. So that'll be a fun one to review as well. And guys, have an epic day, and I hope you land the best tray flip of your life today. Peace.